Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals Toriko. Sekaiwo Shine on today. Okay, Toriko chapter 359 review. Now, before I get started, if you have not seen the live reaction to the chapter, there will be that right here, annotation, as well as a link in the box below. Now, I'm trying something new. And when I mean new, I mean it's the same shit, but it's different. And when I mean different, it's like, all I'm doing is that I'm realizing that I do my reviews much later than my live reactions. Because as of late, I've been doing the live reactions with a lot more editing, and that takes a lot more time. And folks appreciate it, but again, it takes time. So my thing here is, if I'm going to review on a Monday or a Tuesday, why not review from the Viz Media translation? Because it's not a fan-made scanlation like what you get on Batoto or on Manga Stream or on Manga Panda. Ugh, Manga Panda. No. This is like the official translation. So I figure, why not? And a section of this review would be dedicated to, let's say, translation differences between sites like Manga Stream, Batoto, and Viz Media. And if the translation is of note, if it's like actually like really different. Now, in this case, there are some different translations between, like there really are some stark differences. One in particular has me like, okay, what though? Slime, what? Like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. So, let me start here. When it came to the panel on Manga Stream where he says with one punch he could destroy a planet or two, well, that changes on both Batoto and on the Viz translation, where instead of a planet or two, it's an entire planet. So I was like, oh no, it's small. I mean, like, I see, in this case, I prefer the Manga Stream translation because they say a planet or two, and I'm like, oh yeah. But in Batoto, it's an entire planet, and the same thing applies for Viz Media translation. I was like, shit, okay. So, I mean, yeah, granted, it's still impressive, all right? Don't get me wrong. It's still beastly, but a planet or two is kind of like, nigga. Whereas an entire planet, it's still like, nigga. But it's not to the same degree. Like, for Manga Stream, you're going like, nigga. And then for Batoto and Viz Media, you're going like, nigga. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? God damn it. So, that was the first major difference. The second one is when Neo Demon starts to talk. In Viz Media, he says, you are weak, as opposed to weak, or weak, as opposed to that. So that's not, I mean, it's not a major difference, but he says, you are weak. But there is one thing that was fairly different between the three, and that was when Don Slime gets the name Slime via Ichiryuu. So it's like, okay, so I'm gonna call you Slime. We'll throw Don in front of it. My name is Ichiryuu. So in the Manga Stream translation, what he says is this. And this is Don Slime talking about like his given name by Ichiryuu. In the past, I had the entire universe at my fingertips, without even a care for the dawning and waning of eras of history. It was my golden age. And you want to call me Slime, me who could bring all that prosperity to even the smallest of planets. So that's what Don Slime says on Manga Stream. On Batoto, he says this. Many times long ago, I had my own eras in this universe, you know. In my heyday, I could even reproduce small stars. I was like, yeah, what? Oh no. I could even reproduce small stars, you know. And you want me to be called Slime? Fucking stars. Small dwarf dwarf stars. Like, that's... Like, bro, like, you... he could reproduce small stars. And that is where I was like, oh, God. What is... Yo, that's Looney Tunes. However, on Viz, the official Viz media translation, Don Slime in that same panel says, there have been countless generations of me in the universe in the past. In my golden age, I could even duplicate planets, and you call me slime. And you'd call me slime. So, okay, so duplicate planets. I mean, he's not limited to small rocky worlds, you can assume. Something like Gas Giants is easily within a scope. Don't doubt it. But on Batoto, though, even though he's only punching an entire planet, not two, he's duplicating stars. I'm like, yo, he's duplicating stars. And this kind of goes back to what he did in Area 6 in the Giant Shell, where Don Slime he's everything in the Giant. He's everything. He's literally everything in the Giant Shell. The makeup of the Giant Shell is Don Slime. In fact, it goes to the point where he's even like every person's Gourmet Demon in Area 6, in Blue Grill. So that's crazy. Because the same notion can at least apply to planets where he could be not only, and I'm assuming this, he could be not only the surface, he can be the water and the mountains and the people and all the living things there, but he also is the mantle and the core of the planet. And on Batoto, it's a star. It's a fucking star. Like, like it's crazy. I want to choose Batoto. Oh my god. Oh good lord. I want to choose Batoto. I really do. But shit. Gotta go Viz, because they're the official. They're the official, right? They're not Scanlation. They're the official. So that's like a major translation difference between those three. And I'll add this to my segment of reviewing if I'm gonna do Viz official releases. So yes, they come out later than most other folks' reviews, but shit, at least I'm reviewing like the official Viz media. Well, King of Lightning will try and be a little bit different here, alright? I'm trying new shit. It's 2016. It's 2016. Let's try something just a wee little bit different, right? I'm still sitting on my ass, but I might as well try and talk about the official Viz media translation. So, moving on from there. When it comes to the characterization, this is clearly the meat. This is the backbone. Mitsutoshi, you son of a bitch, you can do characterization. And you can do it well. This chapter was very good for Ichiryuu and Don Slime. I mean, on Ichiryuu's end, these things never came to light pre-time skip. And we're finding out more about Ichiryuu from Don Slime because Don Slime was his Gourmet Demon. The fact that not only did Ichiryuu not really give a damn about the former status of Don Slime, the king of the universe, and that's still the same in all translations. He is the king of the universe. I ain't changing. But hell no. But when it came to how he ate, this is very important because it's Toriko. Toriko is centered around the consumption of food. The fact that the IGO president did not even eat his fill. He did not eat his full. He would always eat these obscure things like these random little beans or like these extinct ingredients just to savor the unique flavor. And that was it. When it came to Jiro and Midora back in the day, he chose not to eat that much of Froze's food. Alright, Froze. Alright, like God cooking Froze chose not to eat that much of her food because when it came to Midora and Jiro, they had hungrier faces. No idea that was even a thing. No idea. And when it came to a feast, he would choose to go to the slums and give the food to the kids in the slums, because for him, the smiles of the people of the slums satiated his heart as well as his stomach. That's all he needed. And again, it ties back to Chiyo's child, to where the love that Chiyo had for him was enough to satiate his stomach as well as his heart, and he can move on in peace. She had so much guilt over that, because she could not even cook him one meal. But that love that she had for him was enough. And it's along the same lines here. And that, to me, I found that was very intriguing. That was very good for his character. Like, whoa, like really? Like this guy who I consider to be a freak among freaks, did not even eat to his full? Someone like Midora, just Toriko's a glutton of the highest order. Zebra too. When Zebra was like released from prison, it was like a global catastrophe. Stock markets were going, like, they were plummeting and shit. Certain species were deemed to be going extinct when this dude came out of prison. He never used the gourmet cell powers of Don Slime. Not once. Not even when Midora had him against the wall. When he was going Hungry Space OD. Alright? So the minority world, none of that had to do with Don Slime. That was all Ichiryuu. All. And he chose, even then, not to use the powers of Don Slime. Shut it, Slime. Let me show you how I live my life. I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh, dude, like, my level of respect for Ichiryuu just rose in this chapter. I mean, I already had a lot of respect, but even rose even higher, dude. I mean, that's, the man is impressive, all right? He's very impressive. And because he was doing, when it came to how he would consume food, because it was so random and so obscure, he couldn't find a partner as a chef. So it was just him and Slime munching on beans, munching on random extinct food, just chilling. And I mean, eating very little by comparison to like everybody else. Ridiculous. I mean, that shocks me. The guy could have been a bona fide god. And here's the thing too, that's even stated by Akashi himself, where the task of all of this was for Ichiryuu. However, because of that weakness, because he had a certain belief system, where in Ichiryuu's mind, it was for everybody in the world to sit at the same dining table and enjoy food as equals. It didn't matter if he was the ideal president, and status didn't matter, money didn't matter, power didn't matter. We were all people, our lives are fleeting. Let's all sit in the same dining table and enjoy a meal together. That's what I want. That's what my life's purpose is. That type of thing. That belief system that was so strong, where even the appetite of a gourmet demon could not do anything to change it. That weakness is what forced apparently the gods to choose Akashi over Ichiryuu at the end of the day. I mean, it was, like Mitsutoshi, like, I'm so mad because, listen, I have to bring it up again. You skipped 3 fucking arcs, dude. You skipped 3 arcs. And had you had done the usual, gone to Area 5, Area 4, Area 3, and then had all this Neo stuff, and then you had this, I mean, we would have been smooth sailing. Smooth. It would have been fantastic. Oh man, this chapter was a very good chapter. Just on the characterization of Ichiryuu alone. You have Don Slime's characterization on top of that, where Don Slime, again, he is the king of the universe. He is Appetite incarnate. He is a gourmet cell. And when it comes to the food memory, when it comes to Appetite, that's what he comprises of. However, to be able to attain a name, a memorable name, a being that has existed for billions of years, to attain a memorable name, a name that he wants to keep for all eternity. And when it comes to understanding the concept of a fleeting moment, where at first he could not comprehend that, but now he understands that, and you kind of see it where he makes a clone of Ichiryuu's body, and he wants him to come back, but he can't come back, and he's really sad. And he got this concept, he got these emotions because of Ichiryuu. He was able to comprehend more of life, where even an eternal being like Don Slime would one day maybe come to an end. Like, not everything lasts forever. There is no such thing as forever in this case. And to understand that, to comprehend that, and to have Neo Demon just berate Ichiryuu like weak, you're weak, oh, all you need is hunger and appetite. If you don't have that, if you have more emotions, then you're weak, you're being distracted by these emotions, you're pathetic, and Don Slime is not gonna go hardcore, Don Knife, Don Forky's ready to fucking go, Asaruti, the bodies stick together, bro, because we gotta fight, we gotta take this guy out, at least try to, but they're gonna fail. We know that they're gonna fail, we know that, but it was just good, man. It was so good in so many ways, this chapter. Like, I reread the chapter a few times on Batoto when it came out, and then later on the Viz Media translation. And honestly, like, I think it's one of the best chapters that Toriko has to offer for a post-time skip. Honestly, it's a very good chapter. But I just hate how it's on the backbones of this ridiculous 3-arc skip. Like, this is why... shit, dude. You fucking piece of shit, Mitsutoshi. I love you. I love you. Because you can do this shit. But, again, I don't know what's going on with Shueisha. I just don't, man. Because they're not giving you the love when you deserve the love. You really do. So, I mean, how long is the review? Jesus Christ. Alright, so that's characterization. Pacing-wise, overall, it was okay. I mean... You know what? Actually, I did like the pacing, though. So, they're doing the fight, which is important, obviously, because it's Don Slime and Neo Demon, right? The would-be gods that are facing off against each other currently. However, at the same time, you're doing this characterization. And so, you have the memories of Don Slime, of himself and Ichiryuu, as they coexisted throughout the centuries. And how their bond seemed to form through all that time, and how he himself changed. An eternal being like a gourmet demon, like Don Slime, the king of the universe, was able to actually change mentally because of Ichiryuu, the person that had the qualities of a king, but never actually choose to exude said qualities, because his belief system was greater than that. So they did have this characterization in culmination with the fighting, which I thought was actually very well done. So pacing-wise, was actually pretty good. I'm gonna say good. And when it comes to the overall story progression, honestly, not much there at all. Because the fight barely made any headway, as opposed to just, you know, smashing down Neo Demon, Acacia talking through Neo Demon for the first time. But aside from that, when it comes to the story progression, and then, you know, you have the Don Knife and the Don Fork, not much there at all. So story-wise, it is lacking. But character-wise, it is fantastic. And when it comes to pacing, it's overall good. This, I thought, was an amazing chapter of Toriko because the characterization was so strong, and it makes up, I think, definitely for the lack of story progression. And the pacing, I think it was a very well-structured chapter. So I'm going to say amazing, and I am done. So at least great plus 2 amazing. So I'm done. And if you're wondering, that's going to be at least an 8.75 out of 10. At least. So King of Lightning, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. If you want me to do more translation comparisons between Viz Media and Batoto and Manga Stream, Manga Panda, and yeah. So if you want me to do more of this, then let me know in the comment section down below. So, King of Lightning, once again, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace! Have a nice goddamned day. Before I end the video, I do want to say, like, 1 or 2 things. Number 1, we have seen Ichiryuu actually eat giant meals. Don't get me wrong, we have. I mean, before he went to the gourmet world, Setsuno cooked him a huge meal. However, number 1, we don't know if he actually ate to his full. I don't think he did. It may have been implied that he did, but I don't think he actually did. That's number 1. And number 2 is, when it comes to eating those giant meals, Ichiryuu himself never probably did that on a regular basis. And I'm pretty sure that's what they were getting at when it came to the whole Ichiryuu-Don Slime connection. Where Ichiryuu, he rarely ate feasts like that. And when he did, he wouldn't eat to like 100% capacity, like Don Slime wanted him to. So that's my guess. But who knows? So, that being said, now I'm done. King of Lightning, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice goddamn day.